Yeah, should I say some words about
Say
music?
some words.
All right. Well, basically, the
Salsa to go along with
a
that.
lot of salsa, yeah, good luck. Djembes, shakers, leg shakers, that little toy accordion. I still got that. No, the guiding principle has been what Anna and Jessica refer to as the this for the music. So we talked a lot about time, and any moment in time having sort of, like time does go linearly, but then there's also this expansion that is both a sort of a pre-echo, or it contains both memory of previous events and sort of the ripples that will come later. So the idea that I'm sitting here and I'm dead, because that is the fate that I hold, is sort of what we were always talked about with music, which is very conceptual, obviously, but as opposed to specific. But we also talked about, well, what does this play actually want, or what does it call for? And the only real references all have to do with church music. So we talked about hymns and whatnot, and we talked about Simon's piano or organ that he would have, which I decided that the personal instrument would be a piano. And we talked about, we're going to have all this stuff up in the rafters. The piano, I think, is sort of a beautiful thing to hang up there, because it is, particularly in a Looney Tunes kind of way, dangerous to suspend from up high. But it's also, even a janky old beat up upright, it's beautiful. And you never see it from down below, and no one even knows half the crap that goes into it. And one of the things that goes into it is the piano itself is really just a container for these strings that vibrate. So the idea of recording piano music, putting a speaker in the piano so that that is where it comes from, but there's something cooler to it than just that in my mind, because the way the container of strings works is that the strings all vibrate. And they vibrate if you hit it, they vibrate if you yell next to it, they vibrate if you play notes. So by actually putting a speaker that we have recorded some version of some hymn or something that I play on the piano, that same piano, the parts that play from it will resonate the strings in the same way that it actually does. So it'll be like a step removed from itself, but also very, very real in a way that if I played it on a different piano and played it out of there, it just wouldn't be as deep in a way. So I think that's pretty cool. We're going to do that. We're going to put it up there. I don't know, Joey, if you get to just point to it when you want it, but
We'll work on that.
and then we've talked about singing, and like if we're going to sing a hymn, I'm a big believer in, like, let's alter the words, because everyone I know is either confused or Jewish. So I don't want to sing about Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, or if we do it knowing that some people step back from that, but you can always talk about life or light or something and just change one word to make it more universal. So I think if we're going to sing hymns, we should alter them a little bit so that they're our hymns.